Hello and welcome to This Board Game Life. My name is Mark, and today I am unboxing Nemesis. Yes, this is a blast from the past, but I also have a bunch of additional stuff to unbox with it, including expansions, more expansions, and terrain expansions, all kinds of good stuff. This all I backed the Nemesis Retaliation crowdfunding project recently. I'm a huge fan of Nemesis, but I never had been able to get the base game. And during this crowdfunding project, I had the ability to get a copy of the original game, which was missing from my library. It was something I was introduced by someone else, and it was not available for purchase. And this crowdfunding gave me the ability to build that and get this finally in my library. And if you're not aware of what Nemesis is, let me just say you're missing out. This is going to take you into the heart of sci-fi survival horror in all of its terror. A soldier fires blindly down a corridor, trying to stop the alien advance. A scientist races to find a solution in his makeshift lab. A traitor steals the last escape pod in the very last moment. Intruders you meet on the ship are not only reacting to the noise you make, but also evolve as the time goes by. The longer the game takes, the stronger they become. During the game, you control one of the crew members with a unique set of skills, personal deck of cards, and an individual starting equipment. These heroes cover all your basic science fiction horror needs. For example, the scientist is great with computers and research, but will have a hard time in combat. The soldier, on the other hand, Nemesis is a semi-cooperative game in which you and your crewmates must survive on a ship infested with hostile organisms. To win the game, you have to complete one of the two objectives dealt to you at the start of the game and get back to Earth in one piece. You will find many obstacles on your way. Swarms of intruders, the name given to the alien organisms by the ship AI. The poor physical condition of the ship, agendas held by your fellow players, and sometimes just cruel fate. The gameplay of Nemesis is designed to be full of climatic moments, which hopefully you will find rewarding even when your best plans are ruined and your character meets a terrible fate. This game is designed by Adam Kopinski. This is published by Awakened Realms. It was published in 2018. So yes, the newest game in this series that is getting ready to hit retail shelves. It's just they finished up, or they are finishing up their shipment to the crowdfunders right now, is Nemesis Retaliation, which I've already done an unboxing on. And Nemesis is the first game in the series. Nemesis Lockdown was the second one, where you were on a planet. And then the third one is called Retaliation, and basically it's you kind of build the board. It's that you putting tiles out as you progress into this station, or I'm not even exactly sure what it is, but that way your board, it's always going to be different every time. But this is the original. This makes you feel like you are on the Nostromo from the movie Alien. And this game is a hard game to win, but it is so rewarding that even when and when you lose, you're still going to have a great time. This thing is so incredibly awesome. All right. Anyways, it is for ages 14 and up. Plays 1 to 5 people in about 60 to 120 minutes. So it's plan to spend a little time at the table. And before we go to the table to unbox this, I do ask you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon so you'll never miss any new content. All right. Let's get to the table and see what's in Nemesis. All right. So this is a big, thick box. we're gonna have to zoom out to make some space. All right, let's get some stuff off the table here. Let's get that opening apparatus, and then take a quick look at the back. There's the queen right here. She's brutal. She's brutal. This game, I'm just gonna gush and gloat, and I absolutely, the first time I played this. So someone in one of my gaming groups got this game and taught it to us, and it was just. I remember walking away from that game like, oh my goodness, I've never experienced anything quite like it. My heart was pounding. It's stressful. You're working as a team until you're not. It's a cooperative game until it's not. You've got aliens chasing you. You don't know who you can trust in the crew. Oh man, it was the most amazing, I think one of the best gaming experiences I'd ever had. And I love playing. I've played this a couple times. I've been able to play Lockdown, and I'm hoping to within the next couple of weeks. I'm looking to get Retaliation to the table. A friend of mine is going to be heading out of town here, going to be gone for a couple of weeks, but she's got Retaliation as well and wants to play it. So I told her I'm going to get all boned up on it in the next 2 weeks so that we can play in about 3 weeks' time. So, all right. So they do have, you can go to nemesisbg.com/learn if you want to learn how to play. There are quite a bit of rules to this game. It's there's a lot in this game, but there's a lot of good, like the first time you go through, if you don't have someone to teach you, there's going to be a lot going on. There's a lot of different things, and you're going to be referring to the rule book probably quite a bit when you first start. Once you get into the flow and understand how the systems work, and it can really play pretty smooth. There is just a lot to learn, a lot of different things to learn, but it really is a fantastic game. So they go through the setup, they go through the player setup, flow of the game. So basically, what's going to happen here? How you do your combat, how you do movement, and exploring the different rooms. You've got technical corridors, you got malfunctions, you got slime markers, fires, noises. You'll make noise that will attract them depending on how you move. And there's combat, which is so super exciting and really tough because this game doesn't give you a lot of ammunition. So you got to do a lot of searching and scrounging for stuff in different items. You can get contaminated. You can get wounds. And even if you escape the ship, you could still be infected. It's just everything is stacked against you. And I'll tell you what, when you do pull off that win, oh man, you are gonna feel like you went fisticuffs personally with this alien, and it is so rewarding to win and escape and be successful. How rewarding is it when your goal is to be the only remaining survivor and you've killed everyone else off? I don't know if that's as rewarding. I guess it depends on the player, but there's a lot to this game. So there is a solo and cooperative mode. So you can play the game cooperative. Absolutely, there is cooperative modes. But it's not intended to be a cooperative game. It is intended to be a semi-cooperative, if you will. Co-op until it's not, right? So, but you can, if you want, to play it fully cooperative. So keep that in mind. All right, so we've got a pretty good sized rule book, 28 pages. We have a couple of room sheets. These are going to give you So there's a couple. So you're getting like two of these that are different on all the different sides here. So you might be flipping to these. Keep these handy because you're going to want to go through. You might get a little bit more explanation on some of the rooms and what they do. Okay. All right. So this is going to be a long video. I will warn you today because we got a lot of stuff to go through. We're going through all of it. We're unboxing everything. All right. So let's start. What am I going to do with all this stuff? Where am I going to put all this stuff? All right. Let's open up. I'll show you some of the room tiles. Now, the one thing, it's like this game, Lockdown, and Retaliation all have tiles, but in Lockdown and in the original Nemesis here, in the OG, you have a board. So the first two games still have a board, but then there's spots to put these different tiles out. So you still have the same layout every time, but the rooms always are going to change around because on the back side, you're going to have like these are all number ones, room number one. So you'll basically shuffle them all up and then you'll put them face down. Whoops. You'll shuffle them up and then you'll place them face down on the board. On the board, as I'll show you in a minute, where number ones are supposed to go. And then you have to go and move to those rooms to then flip them over to see what's in the room. So here's just a couple of different things. Comm room, here's a nest, fire control system, storage, surgery, laboratory, emergency room, armory, and a generator. Okay. Then we got room covered in slime, engine control room, canteen, command center, airlock, cabins, hatch control system, shower room, and a monitoring room. And not all these rooms will be in play when you're playing. All right, so here's a couple of player boards. So the captain and the mechanic. These are your tokens for the different type of aliens that are going to spawn. These are when you're searching, what type of things you will find. I think I'm pretty sure those are the. Yeah, no, these are on top of the room, which lets you know. So when you flip a room, there's going to be a token on it, and you're going to find out. So when you discover the room, you also discover this would be like there's 4 items that are searchable, but it's also got a malfunction token. So you put a malfunction token in the room, or don't remember this one. This might mean that there's the door closed behind you, and I think this one means you get an attack happens, a surprise attack. So, and then again, there's captain's punch board with their stuff. All right. So again, a pilot and the end scientist, some more room tokens, more alien tokens. And the character boards don't have anything on the back of them. All right. We have a scout and a soldier. These rooms will be on fire. Here you're getting slimed. These are the escape pods, so they're going to be locked until certain points. These are what are those? I don't remember. Those corpses? Can't remember what those tokens are. And here's an intruder board. So eggs in the nest, and you can discover weaknesses. These are like whether the engines are damaged or working. Here's another evacuation section A and B. These are alien eggs. So there's all these, and this is the human corpse. These are the engines, 1, 2, 3. So you will actually put down like whether they're working or not, but only the person who goes there and looks at them gets to know that. Let's see. Take a cool picture of your game box. Okay. I'm not sure what this is for. It's a box stand. Oh, it's a box stand. Okay. So, Oh, to put. Oh, does it say? Oh, so it says Nemesis on. Oh, I got it. Let's see. How does this work? Anyways, who cares? No one cares. Oh, like this. I think it goes like this, like that, and then you just, yeah, it's a stand, I guess, to put your. There's one back there too. That's weird. Oh, that goes okay. Anyways, all right. So this goes down into there. These flip over into there to create basically like this. So you can put your lid and it says Nemesis on it. First player token and some door tokens. So, all right, there's that. Oops, I just dropped something. Kicked something off the table. All right, so here's the board. We're gonna have to move all this stuff out of the way. Okay. I won't keep this out. It's good sized, dual sided. So I think it has to do with player count. Is it? I don't remember if it's two different boards or if it's identical. It might just be printed on both sides. But there's kind of a look at it. So you've got your engines down here, your hibernation chamber, this is like the command deck or the bridge. You've got escape pods on different sides, and yeah, and then all these little, like where it says twos and ones, that's where your room tiles are going to go. And then you've got to basically explore. You start out in the hibernation, and you can all start moving around the ship to try to discover rooms, get your objectives done, and hopefully stay alive. So we will put this out and out of the way. Okay. So next, now we've got some trays. Oh, these are gorgeous. Okay. So we have, this is a contamination checker, right? Insert the contamination card here. So you're going to put a card in, and you're going to look through this red window, and it'll tell you if you are infected. I'll show you that a little bit later on another card. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at this beautiful, beautiful stuff. I got to start with these aliens. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I got Sundrop. So I've seen this. They're just like grayish or black, I think. These are incredible looking. They're actually multicolored. I mean, they look so good. Oh, so good. And then here's the little creatures, the little I don't remember what they call these, creepers or something, but there's a bunch of them. So we've got our little fire tokens, which we will replace with, because I do have acrylic. Here's our noise markers. Okay. We've got our trays. So there's going to be 5 of these. You'll see that it does have a player number. So everyone's going to sit there with this in front of them. So everybody knows your player number, because you may end up with, someone's going to may have say, you got to finish the game where player number 3 dies or something. Now you can't kill people in the game, right? You can't just go and kill them, but you can not help them, and you can do things like sabotage certain things on the ship to try to, impact their ability to be revived or saved or whatnot. Okay. So we got a bag here. Now this bag, wow, that's tiny. Woo. There was a much larger one in. Can't even get a couple of fingers in here. So, anyways, all those tokens are going to go into this little bag. But I think my acrylic pack gives me a new bag, which will probably be bigger than this. So, all right. We've got our malfunction tokens. So these go into rooms that are broken and need to be repaired. We have attack dice. We have these are like your ammo counts, and I think they yeah, these are just, I think, just for your ammo, and I use them for damage on to show damage on aliens. These are like little tokens that you'll put out on your card if you get slimed and various things. We do have the cardboard standee token things for the standees. And then for the miniatures, we've got all the different colors so that you can put a little ring around your character. So some of the characters, show you. So here's one of the characters. Let's see if I can. Again, these are sun dropped, so they got basically like almost like two colors. It looks really nice. We have this one here. This person's in a wheelchair. You've got a big gunner dude. Looks like almost like a mech. We've got, I'm not sure, just some kind of alien creeper dude. I don't remember seeing this one before. It's crazy looking. And then I do got some more other miniature characters, which you'll take these colored rings and put the ring that matches your character card. We'll take a look at those when we get to them. But you'll put the ring under there, so that way you'll know which character is yours. Okay. So let's see. That was this tray. We'll move that up here. We got another tray down here. That's some gel. All right, let's take a look at the queen. Look how big she is. She is so cool looking. I am so glad I sprung for the sun drop. This is like, oh, this looks so much better. It looks like I painted it when I didn't. And then look at this guy. Look at that. That is so amazing. These miniatures look fantastic. We've got this one. These guys are not something we want to mess with. And we've got this guy. So good looking. All right. And then, okay, so I'm not going to open up all these cards. Not here, but these are, you've got your different items, the coordinates to check to make sure you're set to Earth, but there's going to be all your ammo cards, weapon cards, your different your goals. Forgot what they were called. You gain them at the beginning of the game. I read it a minute ago. Your objectives, different intruder attacks, and all the various cards. So I'm not going to go through all those because we got so much stuff to go through and open. But the tiles, when I punch them, they're going to go right in here. All the room tiles, there's already a spot for that. I will do all that off air because open up my cards and sort them. That does take quite a while to sort all that stuff, get everything put into place. And so I will do that later. But then we're going to put this all back for right now. And as I move on to another box, we're going to take a look at, well, let's see. I think I'm going to look at the extra character. Which I think I might have got this character in the retaliation box, but I think it was in a different goal thing. I can't remember. I don't remember. So I may have the medic, but not for this game, which you could still use them. I think I got this in some one of the things I opened with Nemesis, but retaliation. Sorry, all of this is Nemesis. Okay, so here we have the medic. So, and they do have crafting, so you can craft things in the first two games. I believe crafting has been removed from the third game, which I never really did this a lot. This is something that kind of I'm kind of glad they got rid of it because it's just not something I've seen myself or others really never really spent a lot of time doing that. But so that's the board. All right, let's take a look at the character. So this is the medic. Looks pretty cool. And then the medic's item. So I will take a look at these just so you can kind of get an idea if you're new. I mean, I know this game's been around, but you know, maybe you're checking this out for the first time. I will show you. So you get to see some of these characters will get at least have one quest item. Some will have two. So this one has a surgery kit and combat drugs. So once you once you have this, you can activate this in the emergency room. So once you get to the emergency room, then you can activate it. And this is a one-time use only. You can draw until you have 5 cards. It's combat drugs, which is one time. And then this one is you can discard a med kit to activate this item. It's a surgery kit, and then tells you on the other side. Choose any one character in the room you're in. Scan all contamination cards in their deck. Discard in hand. Discard and hand. Scan all in their deck, their discard, and their hand. So basically scanning all their cards. Remove all infected cards and the larvae if there's one. Then this character shuffles their deck, discard in hand, and suffers 1 light wound. But you're clearing out like the infected items. And then this medic is going to start with a classic weapon, a needle gun. So you're going to get 2 ammo. This weapon makes intruder retreat instead of dealing injuries, can only be reloaded with chemicals. So it can force an intruder out of the room, which could be very helpful, especially if there's more than one in there. All right. Yes, there could be more. So then this is the character's cards. This is their hand. So we've got to have the pick the medic. So there is a character draft. You can just lay out the cards and have people pick. So they'll just draw a card and go, okay, I'm playing as the medic. Or, I mean, you can always just pick the character you want to play as too. And then here's their hand. So here's a trait. So when you dress any number of serious wounds or heal any number of light wounds of another character, you get to draw an action card. So that's a trait that the medic has. Let's see what should be 10 cards. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So then this is their 10 card deck. So there's, let me just kind of show you. Let me see if I can scroll in a little bit for these. Okay, just kind of show these to you. I'll just kind of go through them fairly quickly. So there's a couple of search cards. So you can use the search or you can do the bottom. These are non-combats. Here you can rest. And demolition. So you can destroy a closed door in a corridor connected to the room you're in or place a malfunction marker in the room you're in. Their interruption card. Repairs. Computer skills. Notice all these are non-combat. Pharmacist. So it's a real big support role. Field dressing and ER. So I think in this role you're gonna want to probably follow people around to be able to really make use of this character. Hell, which can be tough. It can be tough to do in a. I'm going to keep this out. It can be very tough to do in a semi-cooperative game to commit to being a support character. Okay, so let's dig into the terrain expansion. And let me just check real quick. I'm getting some messages. See if there's anything. Let's see. Okay, we're good. Okay. So this one's a terrain expansion. So this should have the doors in it, which are nice. If they're not required, I mean, but they look nice on the board. So just see what is all in here. Yep, there's the doors. So there should be another tray beneath this. Oof, oof, that's heavy. Wow, these are heavy. Oh my goodness. Oh, those are cool. Look at that. There's like a hole in it. And these actually, I do believe they slide open. Maybe not. Maybe these don't. I thought some of these did. Oh, that one's got claw marks through it. How cool that is. I thought these like opened. Huh. Could have swore these like split in half, but because you can open the door. Maybe these don't. So, anyways, so yeah, these doors are slightly different. There's some different marks and stuff on them. Holes in the bottoms, like blast holes or big claw marks. Let's see. Yeah, so again, aliens are trying to claw their way through. Then these are the life pods. I think that's what these are. I think these are like the escape pods. Okay. There's that. And then we have, I don't know. I think these are just corpses. So you've got like corpses of people. Yeah, that have passed. So if you got a corpse in the room, you can place that down. Here's another one that's pretty wicked. Um, here's some more. Actually, I think these are the different characters in the game too. I believe that's what these are. Is they're each a different character? Because I remember playing one once before as this particular character, and then when I died, this was what went out on the board for my corpse. And then I don't know what these are. I'd have to look. I don't know what this is. I don't remember seeing this before. And there's no book in here. So somewhere I'm gonna see those and I'll be like, oh, I know where those are. So, so that's the terrain expansion, which for some reason I mistakenly didn't get in retaliation. I think I thought it was a different box, and so now I got to find the terrain expansion for retaliation and get that. Okay, so let's take a look at. I want to stick with the original Nemesis for now. So we've got some acrylic token pack. So I'll show you what. Again, these are not required or nothing, but these are upgrades to the cardboard and the cardboard tokens and some of the plastic. Maybe these are jets. Now, see, that's a better bag. That's a better bag. It's rounded, which means those will stand up on the table. It's a lot bigger, and this will hold all your tokens. So these are going to be, instead of the cardboard, these are your alien tokens here. These are different types of tokens. I don't think these replace the flames or the noise tokens because those are like a hard plastic one already. These just all upgrade all the cardboard components. So like these were cardboard in the game too. So there's all of these things. To upgrade, and I really like that. I love the acrylic tokens a lot better than cardboard. It's just nice. All right, we're going to tuck this bag in. Now this bag and these tiles will all end up going in my main core box later after I pack it all up after I'm done with this video. So, all right, we're going to hold this one. All right, so let's take a look into the Void Cedars expansion. Now this, I haven't played any expansions to the game, to Nemesis or Lockdown. Played the base games. Don't really feel like the expansions are needed. I mean, there's so much in these games, but it's a game I absolutely love, and I want to try and I want to play with these expansions now that I have them. And I still don't have all the expansions. There's a lot of stuff. But if I can get through some of these, then I will look at trying to pick up some of the others. So, like see these right here? I've got acrylic tiles. What we just looked at, I saw this one in there. So these things are going to be replaced. And I'll bet you the small amount here for these particular, for the Void Cedars, that's another, I've got those as well. And then those would be in there. So there's but anyway, so here's the rule book for that. So we are getting some more miniatures, lairs, lurkers, whispers, stalker, and a despoiler. And a bunch of new cards. Talking about setup, features, some rule changes for these. All right. Okay, so here's some solid bulkheads, some insanity tracks. So there's some small cards there. Then we have another big pack of cards to use. All right, let's look at these. These guys are like purple blackish color. Let's see if you can get a decent look at this. So these are the Void Cedars. There's another. Oof, look at this thing. Wow, I'm not even sure which way. This looks top. Yeah. Let me see if I move that box out of the way. Look at this thing. I don't know how it stands like that on the. So kind of like this is how it would sit on the board. Look at that. That's so cool. I am so happy I got the sun drops. These are just so much better. They just they look great, amazing, like fully painted, but that's not what I do. And it's just there's quite a bit of difference here. There's the detail springs out a lot better. There is some color to it. Let's see, is that is all that's in there? Okay. So nice. So nice looking. All right. So we've still got the aftermath. We have two more things to look at. Two more. And then we'll be done here. What are we at? 38 minutes? Yeah. We'll be under an hour. So, all right. So this is the aftermath expansion. Again, there's nothing on the box. I'm kind of surprised they didn't. It's just artwork. Kind of surprised they didn't list like what's in here, but maybe this is because it's not this wasn't a retail. I would assume in the retail edition they would list everything on the back so that people would know what it is. But I think if you're a Nemesis fan, it doesn't matter. You just want more content. All right, so here we go. Another rule book. Pretty short. Just going to talk about some differences. Research mission mode. We got 8 pages there. Oh, we got a convict now. You can play as a convict. All right. We got an android and a CEO. We got more rooms. We have a bounty hunter and a psychologist. We have What is this? It's like it's a small board. I don't know what it's for. Wonder if this whole thing takes place just in this small. It's an expansion, so this has got to add something to the other game. I wonder what this is. Let me see if they. It's an expansion, so you've got to have the core game. The main mode is the epilogue mode. It's a short 45 to 60 minute 5-turn game which is played after a regular game of Nemesis. So the players will use characters which haven't took part in base game who enter the Nemesis to investigate. The ship bears many scars of its past tribulations, so any leftovers from your previous game will have effects on your epilogue. This is much shorter than the regular game, but is more difficult and offers a very dynamic playthrough. Let's see. They also use the additional shuttle board, which represents a new small ship docked to the Nemesis. So it can okay. So there's additional rooms. That's why we got room tiles. So this is a shuttle that's going to dock with it. So you're going to have this as well to play on top of the original. Oh, we have a timer. There's a sand timer in here. All right. There's the space cat. I think this is the first player marker. I've seen that elsewhere. Let me see if that's what that is. Which you could use in any of the other games, I suppose. It's a catanaut, so maybe not. It says catanaut. So, all right, but we got new characters. I think that's the CEO, the old guy with the robot helping him. So we've got several new characters. We've got a bunch more cards, tiles, and that's it. So there's no additional like baddies. Oh, do we have a dog? Oh yeah, we have a dog in the game. All right, who gets the dog? And then these look like sentry guns. So sentry turrets. So, all right. That is that part. So we will put this back and we'll open up the one last thing I've got for you. Now, all of this so far is for the core game, the OG Nemesis. This second thing here is for the Lockdown, which is the second game. And this is just going to be acrylic tiles to upgrade my Lockdown game with acrylic tiles. So I can get rid of the cardboard. And it should be the same thing that we had in the regular one, plus a bag. Yeah, there's a new bag. So I'm really happy about these. I like these bigger bags that actually stand up. Set it on the table and it'll stay there. So again, acrylic tiles that we will use, and then we'll have, these are the different, replace some of the cardboard that's in Lockdown. This is for your discoveries, I think they're called. And some more tokens. So that wraps up my Nemesis. That does complete my Nemesis Retaliation crowdfunding campaign. This was a lot of money. I've been waiting for a long time to get this all in, and I'm super stoked to finally have it. All right. So thank you again for watching. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you'll never miss new content or old content like this one. But if you like Nemesis, or if you've never played it and you want a fun game that is going to be different than a lot of stuff that you've played, check out any one of these games. Nemesis Lockdown, or Nemesis Retaliation. They're all going to play different, but they still have that core kind of same idea. And, you know, it doesn't really matter which one you start on. I kind of old school, kind of think you got to start with this one with Nemesis, but you don't. You can try Lockdown, you can try Retaliation. Gosh, this thing is heavy. Like I said, Retaliation I got sitting right here on the shelf, and Lockdown's right next to it. But this is probably this one and Lockdown are going to be slower, a little more slowed down, where Retaliation is meant to be kind of like Aliens, the movie, which was a lot more aliens, and there are going to be a lot more in Retaliation, but your characters also are better equipped, ready to handle it. So it's going to be probably a lot more gunplay than you would have here. But there is still a lot of combat, but it can be very tough combat. You got to find ammo, you got to find good weapons. The aliens are tough. A lot of times you end up just trying to bash them. And it's I can't say enough about it. I know it's an older game, but this is fantastic. So if you've never played it, find someone who has it and play it and see what you think. And yeah, if you love the movie Alien, just go buy this and then play it. It's awesome. All right. I appreciate it. Again, thank you for supporting the channel, and we will see you in space. Where I promise not to stab you in the back. Or will I?